If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
Definitely a good look for Shadow Priest, even though we have some red in there. I like the red priestess look, very Game of Thrones kind of reminiscent thing, which of course is really cool. Prideful Gladiators Satin Mantle. If you're Horde, you're going to have to go Grievous on that. The Spellweave Robe is crafted. You have to have Wrath of the Lich King level crafting or just purchase it on the auction house. So either way, you can get it that way. And the belt, which is part of the same PvP set as the shoulders, as well as, I'm not sure if those are gloves or bracers, maybe both, but anyway, Prideful Gladiators Court of Meditation. Keep in mind, if you're Horde, you're going to need to go Grievous on that. The feet, which you really can't see here on a troll, but you will see on other tunes. Cold Step Sandals, Dalaran, Time Walking Vendor, super easy pickup there. Yeah, there you see the feet and a either Blood Elf, or you could even say that it's a Void Elf. Mantle of the Forge Master's Dark Blades is the back from Revendreth. There's also a way you could get that, of course, if you are a Venthyr. Prideful Gladiator Satin Gloves, Mop PvP Vendor, Marks of Honor to pick that up. Keep in mind, Grievous if you're Horde. And moving on, we have the Lady Draenor, and she's hooking you up with the headpiece, which is more or less a collar, Herman's Hood. Spires of Iraq, 100% drop rate on that, so that's spammable because it's a dungeon, so you could easily get that. Next up, we're going to hook you up with the weapon. Sin's Soul Spire, Sinful Revendreth, Venthyr Quartermaster. So, yeah, for the weapon, you got to be Venthyr. Most definitely going for a look of Disc or Holy, but of course Shadow Priest can wear it if they want to be green. Valorous Shoulder Pads of Faith. Next, Rammus, 25 man. Lotheb, he has a lot of shoulder pads to give up. Decent drop rate, so worth the effort. Moving on, we're going to hook you up with the chest piece, which is that Hellfire Citadel regular mode. Siege Master Martak is the boss. Decent drop rate on the chest, which of course is from WoD. Court of Unhinged Malice, Hellfire Citadel, part of the same set as the robe there. Next up, we're going to show you, I do believe it's the boots, or in this case, it's the offhand, BFA level inscription. So check your local scribe or the auction house to get that piece. Next up, I do believe it is a Worgen, but you can't necessarily see the feet. Sorcerer's Slippers, Drust Wallow Marsh. There's rare that you could get it from, or you could just step up and buy it on the auction house, and it's an easy get. The hands, impossibly oversized mitts, Castle Nathria, Sludgefest, 8% on the drop rate for the gloves. Next up, we're going to hook you up with a Lady Zandalari Troll, Cruel Gladiator's Drape of Piety. That's an alliance piece, so Horde, you're going to have to find something else. The helm is Hellfire Citadel, part of the same set as the robe and the belt, so showing a little love to WoD. And the weapon, which is really, really cool, Temple of Sethralis is the place. Looking rather sharp with the blue and purple look here. This could go for any given priest. I mean, it works for Shadow, it works for Disc, it works for Holy. The Burning Throne Heroic in order to get the shoulders. Now, we're going with quite a few Burning Throne pieces, but they're from different levels. As you can see, the shoulders, where they were from, and now, same raid, but a different version. This is the LFR version to get the chest. Next up, we're going to hook you up with Belt, which is the Tyrannical Gladiator's Court of Accuracy. That's Alliance only, because the Horde Belt is kind of reddish, so you're going to have to find something different if you're on the Horde side. As usual, what can I say? I play Alliance, all my assets are over. I made a bad choice when I was younger, what can I say? Crucible of Storms, Restless Cabal, to get the feet, which you really can't see on the Draenor, but you can see here very well on the Night Elf, Fathom Dredgers, the hands, Crucible of Storms as well. So it's quite a few pieces here from, I think, where's Crucible of Storms? I think it's actually from BFA, or I don't know, BFA or Legion, one of the two. I don't PvE much, so you got to cut me a little slack. The back is Bastion, so you're going to have to be a Kyrian Priest in order to get that back piece. Sinful Gladiator's Crystal is the offhand, so that's an easy get there. That's conquest points, so you better hurry up and get that before it goes away for a little while. And the weapon, Ardent Wield, it is a quest reward to get that really cool looking mace. I love this set, I really do. The target here says Shadow Priest, that's what we're aiming for, and I think we really hit the target on this one. Timeless Isle Ordos is the best place to get those shoulders. I think that's the only place. That's a mage recolor from Mist of Pandaria. The chest piece, I love that chest piece. You could also go with, there's a set that's a chest as well as legs, and that would work incredibly well also with this set, by the way. The belt, Tyrannical Gladiators, Court of Accuracy, Mop PvP Vendor, Marks of Honor. That's Alliance only. The Horde color is got a reddish hue to it, so you're going to have to find something different if you're on the Horde side, which shouldn't be that difficult. The offhand, Frostfire Ridge, this is super easy for the Hordes to get. About a 40% drop rate from a rare in Frostfire Ridge, which of course is from WoD. The feat, Ruthless Gladiators, Treads of Mediation, Cata PvP Vendor, Marks of Honor for that. If you could also go with the Netherweave Boots because they're gray, they'll work with this as well. We're going with a wrist piece here, Iron Docks, various mobs for the Mandalorian hand wraps. I know it doesn't say Mandalorian, it just looks like it. You take a quick glass, see man and a D and think of Mandalorian. The back is straight out of Bastion, so that would be the Kyrian campaign in order to get that back. But you could always go with something dark blue or gray or purple if you want. Helm, super easy get. And last piece is the weapon, Hellfire Citadel Heroic from Hellfire Assault. This is a very difficult set to show just because of the chroma key that you got to punch out. You punch out blue, you lose some greens. You punch out green, you lose some blues. So it's really, really hard to do. But I think we got it kind of right here. It's got a little bit of a yellowish hue to it, but it would be more gray where you see gray. Anyway, the chest, Tomb of Sargeras Heroic, looks epic. The shoulders are from WoD. And the girdle here, Highmaul, that of course is from WoD, which is part of the same set as the shoulders as well as the gloves. So keep that in mind. Moving on, the feet, which you can't necessarily see here on a Janai. Naxxramas Tin Man, Hygen the Unclean, bring him some soap, 18% drop rate for the Saltarello shoes. Sounds very Italian, maybe bring him some Italian food instead. Stone Warper wraps. Blackrock Foundry, Chromag is the boss. Like I said, part of the same tier set as the shoulders and the belt. Next up, we're going to hook you up with back Cloak of the Grey Watch. This is Alliance only. It's a quest reward, although I do think there's a quest reward that's very similar for the Horde. If I'm incorrect, then you could always go with anything brown or gray. The headpiece, Hood of Blind Absolution, Tomb of Sargeras Heroic, Demonic Inquisition, 12% drop rate on the headpiece. And of course is a tier piece from Legion, which is most of what this is. It's a mix of WoD and Legion. Speaking of WoD, Hellfire Citadel Mythic on that weapon for that staff, looking pretty sweet. There's a little bit more of a green, kind of dark green hue to the chest. I just want to let you know, just when you do chroma, for some reason, you chroma out blue and it takes out green. Anyway, Cata level PvP shoulders there. We got a lot of pieces from Cata as far as the shoulders go, as well as the gloves, so just keep that in mind. Cata PvP pieces, which of course can be picked up in either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. The belt is straight out of Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Now there's conflicting sources as to whether or not this belt is still available. Maybe you already have it, that's always a possibility. So just keep that in mind because you might need to find a substitute. WoD PvP Vendor, Marks of Honor, Wild Combatants Endgame on the offhand. If you Horde, you're going to have to go Warmongering. The feat, which you can plainly see on this Blood Elf / Void Elf, same model, let's be real. BC level tailoring, check your local auction house or your local tailor for the Netherweave boots. The hands, Cataclysmic Gladiator Satin gloves, part of the same PvP tier as the shoulders. Marks of Honor, Stormwind, Orgrimmar is the place for those gloves. Next up, we have a Lady Zandalari troll. I like the look on the Lady Zandalari trolls. Old Year Mythic is the boss for that piece. The head is Natch Drinking Hat from your garrison, Fishing Quartermaster. You're going to have some rep, friendly, and gold to get that. And the weapon out of Heart of Fear, so you got to get your bug spray and head over there. Want to give a quick thanks to everybody for stopping by. Leave a like, helps out the channel, and it's cheaper than sending me money. And leave you with a final thought, as I often do. Whatever it is, by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.